Hi, I'm David. I'm the really indie music guy. On this channel, we explore all genres of non-mainstream music. We interview, we listen to albums, we review them. These folks can come from basic folk music, string band music, jazz, blues, punk, just any category of music. The only thing that we look for is great songs, great musicality, and great recordings. And that's asking a lot, but through our exploring, we have found artists that check every one of those boxes. As I've stated in my previous videos, I come from that world and have a lot of contacts in the industry, and this channel, the purpose of that is to perhaps bring some of these artists to your attention and maybe round out what you're listening to in the world of music today. And if that piques your interest, this just may be the right channel for you. Today, I'm listening to just a great POC punk band. They're called the Muslims. I first heard these folks pre-pandemic at a club in downtown Durham. It was called the Pinhook. Great venue. They support local musicians and non-mainstream national acts that come through. Just a real jewel in this area for live entertainment. The first thing I noticed with the Muslims when I walked in, totally unaware of what they did, was that I was just astounded by the level of musicianship that they displayed. I mean, they're punk, they're over the top, they're nuts, but they know what they're doing. And it was so apparent, and their songs just hooked me in. I was curious if they wrote the songs. I found out that basically they did. They're a queer, punk, black, Muslim band. But, forgetting all those labels, basically they are what we're all looking for. A fantastically entertaining, well-groomed, perfectly matched together group of musicians that put out super music. If you're not familiar with the term POC punk, that really stands for people of color. Originally there was a movement actually started by a journalist, and they realized that punk music had traditionally been played by white people, and that punk was missing out on a whole lot of energy and material because of that fact. And a lot of bands of color were forming and needed to be heard. And this journalist helped create a title, I guess, called Afro Punk. Well, that got so big that Afro Punk got a copyright for their name, and they started charging people to use it at concerts and whatever, and just basically sold out. So the musicians pulled away from that. They weren't going to pay for that moniker, and I don't think it really encompassed everything. So they changed their label to POC, people of color, and I think that is a little bit better way to describe what they're doing. But let's jump on into their album. I've got some notes here just so I don't forget some of the tracks that we're going to go over. There'll be a picture of this album for you to see while we're talking about this. It's called, I don't know if I can use this word on YouTube. I'll edit it out if I can't, but the name of the album is Fuck These Fucking Fascists. And I love the cover art too. So the first track is called Hands Up, Don't Shoot. And basically this track is just saying welcome to our album. we can play and we know what we're doing, and here we are, and we're original. So you're going to love that first track. It's going to hook you in. And then the second one is Crotch Pop a Cop. I just love the title. And it's just pure genius. The phrasing, the musicianship. I mean, again, they're going to suck you in to their style and their way of writing punk. And I tell you what, you cannot sit still if you're breathing when you hear this track. And plus, you're going to be walking around with an attitude on your face while they're singing it. Yeah, I promise. The Illegals, another great demonstration of the sound stage they present with the audio quality and the clarity you get between instruments. Their mix and their mastering, to me, is as good as anything you'll hear from Metallica or something like that. That's a high energy album. Then the next one is called Kill Your Master. And if this particular track doesn't get you wanting to go back to the mosh pit and move around, I don't think anything will. So enjoy that one. Get up off your whatever you're sitting on and move around when you listen to this one. Then the next one is the title song, Fuck These Fascists. And just enjoy the lyrics. It's fun. It's so much fun. IDGAF is abbreviations for I don't give a fuck. The way they come in with the drum leads you into the track, and it's just recorded so well and mixed so well. It's just sonically so pleasing to listen to. And then it gives the guitar lead, different than anything I'd ever heard in punk. It almost reminds me of a guitar lead from the old 98s, if you're familiar with that band. It's just simple, but it's played in a punk arrangement. And I think you're going to appreciate it if you appreciate originality. The next one is called Coronavirus. And, this is a good one to refer to your friends that still have questions on coronavirus. Their slant on that whole time period that we were in and probably still in is an interesting take. GCDC, more abbreviations. I think what I loved about this song was just the tones it brings you into. Just tones and tones and tones. Just sonically, it's so fun just to immerse yourself in it on this track. Fruit of the Loom. The fruit is FROOT, and it's a fun song. It's a fun song. Give it a listen. Live, Laugh, Lead. If there is such a thing as punk folk music, this track is punk folk music. Listen to that and let me know what you think about that. And the last song is called, I got to read this, John McCain's Ghost Sneaks into the White House and Teabags the President. Well, listen to it. It's more than just a title. It's a great, interesting song. It almost reminds me of that novel, Lincoln and the Bardo, the way he looked at some things in history. But that's a quick thumbnail synopsis of the Muslims and their latest album, which was on Epitaph Records, and I believe it was released in 2018. They have some albums before that, but boy, this one, just everything about it sonically and everything is so excellent. So please give that a listen. Also, I would really, really appreciate it if you leave me some comments so I can pass it on to the musicians. And if you would give me a like, a thumbs up for this, and please subscribe. It helps me so much in keeping this channel alive and moving along and reaching more people. Again, I welcome your comments, your suggestions. I can use it all at this point. And again, I've told you that we're going to have interviews with these artists. I'm just trying to get up to speed on producing these videos so that you'll get the best experience on these interviews. In the meantime, have fun, listen a whole lot to music, listen to all types of music, and if you got somebody you think I should feature here that's just not getting the recognition that they deserve, please send it my way. Thank you.